Hey guys, it's Derek Wolf from Over the Fire Cooking. I'm back again here in Columbus, Georgia, hanging out with Oklahoma Joe's, cooking on the brand new Firecraft grill. Today I'm making garlic herb pork skewers. I'm going to teach you guys how to cook with something a little bit fattier so we can talk about zonal cooking. We're going to teach you guys about not cooking over too high of heat. So if you want to cook something that has a lot of fat, more delicate, or maybe even a bigger cut of meat, you can do it. So let's dive in. All right, let's get this fire started. Grab the charcoal chimney, a couple all-natural fire starters. Let's get that going for 10 minutes or so and we'll start working on our pork. Let's start making a paste that we can use on our pork. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil. I'm gonna add my garlic herb seasoning from Spiceology, Dijon mustard, a little bit of lemon. I'm just gonna mix this guy up. And now we can start working on our pork skewers. Okay, so we have some pork loin and we're gonna skewer them. Just gonna make like a crosshatch. I'm gonna cut these guys into cutlets. So now that we have all these cut into cutlets, I'm gonna start skewering them. These are medium, surprisingly medium size skewers. You can find these pretty much anywhere, but I like these for cooking over something like Firecraft because it's gonna allow for a bigger cut to be skewered on. So now we got these skewered, we have a fat cap, then we have the actual meat over on this side. I'm gonna start with this guy, lay it flat, and push through carefully. These skewers are skewers, so they will skewer you. So the last thing that we need to do is just get them seasoned. All right, so I have my herb paste here. Add just a little bit on, rub this in, spread out the paste as best as you can. All right, pork's ready to go. Okay, so we have both of our charcoal chimneys ready to go, and we're gonna be cooking with a little bit fattier cuts today, so we wanna talk about cooking in zones. So one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make sure all the coals are over on one side. I'm just gonna push it over. So now you can see, obviously it's extremely hot over here, but it's still warm over here. And so we can kind of control that temperature a little bit more. I'm actually gonna take out the removable grill grate. We're gonna lay the skewers across here so that as it cooks, it's not dripping directly into hot coals. Okay, so we are kind of have a two-zone heat right now. So we have obviously the really hot and then kind of more of like a medium low heat. So this is about like 7-8 seconds. So it's definitely low heat and it's perfect for our pork skewers. So I'm actually not gonna move any of the coals over yet because the radiant heat coming off these coals is plenty for it right now. But as we continue cooking them, we'll add more coals under it. So let's start cooking. Beautiful. This is gonna take maybe about 15-20 minutes. We're just gonna let them cook, and then I actually might put the smoking lid over the top so it kind of encapsulates a little bit more of that smoky essence. Every couple of minutes, like check the temp, see how it's doing. Like even right now, I can already feel that it's losing a little temperature. So I'm gonna move just a couple of coals over. We don't need a lot. The nice thing about charcoal is that you don't need to overcomplicate and think like which coals you need to bring over. And then I'm gonna put the smoking lid on and then we'll kind of go from there. Traditionally, fire cookers of South America, they would always talk about not cooking with a live flame. When we have something so fatty, it's gonna take a long time or a big cut, it's nice to have your hot side. I don't even need to break out the charcoal chimney again. I can just dump a little bit more coals over the top of it and they'll start up. So you're constantly feeding the fire to keep it warm, and then you push over the cooler coals as you go. You're gonna control that temperature. If you're cooking something more like beef or something like that, you wanna get a hot sear. Pork, chicken, like this low and slow. So it's just starting to brown just a little bit. we'll get the fire going just a little bit more. So add more coals over. I want to flip it back and forth so that the juices kind of play ping pong in the center, so we keep them all together. Flip these guys around. I'll probably flip these 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. So these guys are done. You can see the fat bubbling. We have like a nice little bit of char. It took us 25, 30 minutes or so. Cooked them to 145 internal. But I'm gonna pull these guys off and let them rest for about 10 minutes, and then we can serve them up. So we've let these garlic herb pork skewers rest for about 10 minutes. Let's test them out. Dude, whoa. My garlic herb seasoning has a little bit of spice, but the char on that, the savory, salty, mix it up with that pork fat, that is so freaking delicious. Find this whole recipe at oklahomajoes.com. This is amazing. All right, cheers.